time on Utopia podcast, Sille, Livy, and Zibba found their way to the carousel court to discuss with Weaver what to do with the Satyr women, while Godfrey and Morgus went to the houseboat and then to get some food at the drunken stump, only to find themselves back at the houseboat. All members rested, and Morgus and Godfrey head over to the cart district for some breakfast. And that is where we find the party.
Thank you for holding my space. Very much.
What?
Thank you for holding my space.
What do you mean this is my space?
I think...
Back of the line is back over there, sir. I'm just kidding, of course. You can still stand
Don't do that to me so early in the morning. Should I ask her? No, never mind.
Did you learn everything you wanted to?
And then some. I lost a hammer.
Yeah, there was that bounty we were talking about doing it. Dee Dee was very much
Yes, I forgot about that.
Flashback over to the carousel court.
Whatever happened with that guy's hammer?
Livy, we've been over this sometime. People's grandparents, weapons that they passed down just go.
No, I'm pretty sure, like you said, someone stole it.
Yeah, I know you're new around here, but also, I feel like that we've got crews that'll handle, the lower bounties.
Probably putting it to. And whoever has the hammer's putting it to good use, I'm sure.
I think we should get a shift on and take to Homestead. You think? Zibba, you want to wrap up some of that food to go and help me walk this woman back?
Well, first, Zibba, we need to talk about your parents.
No, Livy, we have a job to do.
All right. So what's going to happen if we run into your parents when we're out?
Then we'll deal with it after we deal with the job.
Zibba, do me a favor and go get some bread rolls wrapped up.
Okay. You head to the kitchen.
Livy, I know we need to talk about it, but let her wake up first.
I don't even want to get into it. I just want to know whether we should run again or not. That's all I want to know.
You're not here!
It was just eavesdropping on the door, screaming in the kitchen.
That's all I want. That's all I want to know right now. Should we run or should we talk to them?
Hey, listen. I mean, she's your. I didn't mean to overstep. I just
No, you're good. I could tell she clearly wasn't wanting to talk.
All right, it doesn't take this long to grab bread rolls.
No, you're coming back it this way. A nice little, flannel purple cloth tied up with a bunch of biscuits in it, croissants and breads.
I got some for her too. I don't know if she eats anything other than snakes, though.
Why don't you ask her?
Looks at Sille confirmation that's actually what she wants her to
Sille
do. And then-
nods and sort of gestures towards Zibba, like in the direction, like gesturing to the snake woman at Zibba.
She'll go up to the snake woman and be like, do you like
Ah, grabs it, bites into it right then. Crumbs just go everywhere.
She does. Yeah, they're pretty good. I got more if you want them on our way. Huzzah!
Zaza!
Hiss.
Zaza!
Huzzah. I think I've started to get a hang of this.
Zaza!
Hey, Zibba.
Livy like grabs like a napkin and wipes her face a little bit.
We're having a conversation here.
Sille holds up two C's and goes, see what she does.
Oh, Sissy.
Zaza! Zaza!
I think she could make a really good member. We need to sell Weaver on this.
I'm not having no. Do you see my
Come on,
walls?
Weaver. Got
The
potential.
walls.
She already knows how to speak.
Do we need to talk about what it was like before I came here, Weaver? I mean, see what happens after a couple of weeks at the homestead.
Fair enough. All right. I see you.
Get moving.
You talked about a meeting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would, I don't think he needs it, but I think it would help if you talked to him and met him somewhere that this is out of safety for the court and the tracking, not out of fear of, what he's going through.
All right. Well, let me know when and where.
You got it. Thanks.
Yep. Good luck. And her and Weaver just leave the room holding hands. Or her and K-Paw, sorry. She can't hold hands with herself and leave the room. That doesn't make sense. Da-da-da-da!
She's just so pleased with herself.
I did good.
Just
Beautiful.
turn to the snake lady and be like, Zaza?
Zaza!
She said she's ready to go now, I think.
I think we should head off.
Yeah, she's on board.
She reaches behind her ear into her hair and pulls out a stake and throws it at you, Zibba.
I will catch it playfully.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, I thought we got rid of all of her snakes. Oh, you didn't check her hair. It's so true.
You canonically cannot. Saving or just dex throw? I don't think
Saving.
it matters. 16.
Yeah, you catch it. It's just dead. A dead
I'll
snake.
just like delicately hold it and be like, oh, cool. Thank you. Am I supposed to put it in my hair? I don't. Where
Her
are
eyes
you
go
hosting?
wide and she just looks at you. Sa sa sa.
And like puts it on top of her. Her hair's too short to put stuff in it.
Yeah. Just put it on top
Depending
of
on which end, technically, isn't it a clip-on?
Godfrey and Morgus, it becomes your turn in line.
Oh, hello. I think I would very much like
Next!
cheesy biscuits. I want cheesy biscuits now. Give them to me. Here's the money.
No!
I said cheesy biscuits.
Morgus, you have to say cheese and then wink.
Cheese.
Wink. I was really hoping you all would forget that, but Adam always comes in clutch with his notes. And Godfrey gets 2 cheesy biscuits while Morgus gets a single date and a package of spinach.
I give my biscuits to Morgus.
Costs about 2 silver for the breakfast between the both of you.
We'll mark off 1.
You notice as you sit at one of the tables to eat, significantly less like 16 to 30-year-olds around.
I don't like what I'm seeing, Godfrey.
Have you never been part of a place that is gripped by war?
I don't know. I mean,
Fair.
it's certainly the first time I'm processing this.
It's just the way things are done.
Doesn't have to be, though.
Morgus,
Uh-oh.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Let me just... 18?
You succeed to not fall to the ground as you are wrecked with another memory of dark, pointed black mountains, spells and arrows and swords clashing, blood pools around your feet, and you're yelling commands to others around you. They seem to follow them with expert precision as you organize and dispatch group after group, running towards these winged, cloaked, daggered, bow and arrow figures that hide in these mountains. Even giant spiders and basilisks and centaurs fighting against you. When you come back, Godfrey, you notice that Morgus leaves, but it seems more controlled than you've ever seen.
I think Morgus is... I think when it happens, Morgus's hand probably goes right for his orb in that white pouch. And then he'll take his hand away.
It probably doesn't have to be war, you know?
One should hope it doesn't have to be.
Sille,
You
go ahead.
want some time to process that one?
I think I need less and less time each time it happens.
Progress.
Yes. Of a sort.
good.
And he'll blink a bit, and his eyes had started watering up a bit. I know you didn't say this, Sierra, but what I'm processing is that Morgus's reaction is a deep sense of loss here.
Mm-hmm.
So. Oh, I miss the court. I miss cooking. Ow. Yeah.
So Livy and Zibba, with your new satyr friend, open the door past
friends.
Ulu's shop to the torrential rain. A dreary, cold spring day. Rain falling heavy down on your heads.
I'm assuming I know the direction we want to head. Yes?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've probably escorted lots of people to where we're headed.
Yep. You skirt around the city and are able to make your way to the homestead fairly easily. Would anything be said or done while you make that journey?
A lot of watching, just in case. A lot of not thinking about the homestead.
I'm gonna speak in hisses with the snake lady. Look at her snakes.
She pulls like 3 more out of her hair.
Oh, is most of your volume in your hair for snakes? How'd you get them in there? Wait, this one looks like a different species. This. This is just the majority of the walk.
Yeah. It's not far. It takes maybe 20 minutes to walk to the edge of the forest. There's this big white wood manor. It looks like it was made from driftwood. Like it has that like salty crustedness to its exterior. Closer to the shore. And you see folks like being led around, all different types of humanoids with direct caretakers. And you can walk through the bright blue door up to the front desk. Hello, welcome to the homestead. How can I help you?
Oh, hey. Well, I just wanted to check in. With someone, well, we came across, I should let her explain. You may need someone, who can communicate a little bit better with her, though. We haven't really been able to get much.
Oh.
We're both talking in
Yeah,
hisses
absolutely.
at this point. So,
A stay for 2 then?
Oh, no. Well, no, just, on the right there.
Oh, okay.
No, Zibba's just playing with her. Didi's just playing with her.
Gotcha. All right.
You have spare beds, though, just in case, like, you know.
I do need.
I was thinking for me, but sure.
Livy kind
offer
of
free
prickles when he hears
therapy?
extra beds.
If anyone ever needs to talk to someone, we have plenty of folks here that'd be willing to do so. And she gives you like a little smile, Sille.
Thanks. You get rest, maybe. But anyway, are you good? And I gesture back to our satyr friend. It's your choice to be here.
She throws snakes. You don't know where they came from.
Does she seem enthused? She seems cool with this, right?
She just seems this way she seemed the whole time, which is like pretty indifferent and just like in her own world.
I'm just gonna start picking up her snakes and be like, sorry, do you need me to make a mess?
Could you tell me any more about where you found her or her symptoms?
No.
Okay. Any known family?
No.
Not. We're just dropping her off. Yeah, it's really something you'd have to speak with her about.
We kept her overnight. She was wandering last night.
Okay.
Sille's face goes more and more nervous.
Until we could
It's
get
very
in
kind
here
of you
this
to keep her
morning.
overnight. Well, we'll
She
take great
likes
care
to
of her.
draw
And
a lot.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
It's really all we notice.
All right. She like points back behind her to someone in like a blue dress with a white apron. And they come around and take the satyr woman by the arm and lead her up the stairs. You hear,
Oh, don't forget our snakes. Don't forget our snakes. I'm like holding a bunch of them. This one,
All
I
right,
think
thank
is my
you.
favorite.
Hey, get her some charcoal too. Make sure a room with a lot of wall space and some charcoal, I think.
okay. She says, and she keeps going. Then you hear her like say to the satyr woman, "We're gonna get you a nice cozy bed, all right? Do you want to talk?" And she's just like, "Sha sha sha sha."
Is this the Catwoman from The Simpsons?
God damn it. I just realized that.
You just killed her. You just killed her.
And break.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
On edge.
Yeah. Cool. You have successfully dropped the satyr woman at the homestead. So we go back to Godfrey and Morgus. What are you guys doing?
Are you uncomfy about?
Godfrey's just sitting and waiting for Morgus to finish.
Yeah, I probably just wolf my my biscuits down, and we've got some time before we ought to head back. And I think that things are going to war is obvious. That's obvious. I'd like to do some looking. There's something either at the Bookish Brow or at the library. You think we've got the time?
I mean, you're well free to look for things in the library.
Thank you. You're welcome to come with me or otherwise if you have an agenda. Are you?
I'm not a big fan of libraries. I suppose I will just go check out things near the castle.
Okay,
We'll meet back up at the boat
sure.
around noon.
That works.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. All right. Godfrey.
Mhm.
You and Morgus split ways on this dreary day in Florencia. What are you doing? Where are you going?
If I remember right, there was a healer's tent that was set up somewhere outside of the castle, or there was some sort of call there, and that's where Godfrey would like to go.
Yeah. You see just outside the gates as you make your way through the garden, a small makeshift tent where guards are letting folks through. There's a long line weaving down through the alley that is right up against the wall to get into where the castle is, of healers just waiting in line to get up to the tent.
Of healers waiting to get to the tent?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will tap on the person in front of me in line and ask, what is everyone waiting here for?
Oh, they seem to be doing interviews. I think they
Interviews.
don't want any more deaths on their hands, and they're letting people go in one party at a time.
Even just healers
Yes.
going into... do you know anything about the people who didn't make it? Where they might be?
I think that they took them to the morgue. But I don't know anything more about them. They were just healers or adventurers, or maybe some were both.
Let's see. Suppose it's good diligence then.
Absolutely.
But this line is too long for me right now.
Oh,
Best of luck.
thank you.
And then Godfrey will start heading towards the morgue.
Yeah. You head towards the morgue, making it up the steps. It's pretty close to like the Bookish Brow in the center of town. It's a big stone building, hosts the morgue and a few other, government city type maintenance bodies. You find the door locked.
Okay, is there anyone positioned nearby? Are there any bodies going in or out?
You don't see any bodies going in and out. You don't see any guards on the steps or anything. There's normal passersby, just regular city folk.
And would I know, is this normal for the morgue to be locked at this time of day? Is this something that's standard that I should have known about, or is this weird?
Why would Godfrey have knowledge of the workings of the city morgue?
Because the order he's part of is a healer group, but it's also very much a death related. Part of healing is the mercy of death.
Mm-hmm.
So playing with those two factors of life is something that he was trained in and organizes with.
Yeah. You would know then that this is pretty standard if they're only staffed enough for the people to work in the morgue. So they might just be doing an autopsy or performing something. So they'll lock the door if they don't want intrusions or they're focused on something. And most of the time a simple knock, an attendant would come and answer.
Okay, I'll knock on the door.
Great. You see a large-ish Asimar open the door, their wings tucked tight behind them. Hi, can I help you?
My name is Godfrey. I'm a practiced healer and someone who is interested in trying to go up to the castle to see what's going on. I was wondering if there is any kind of public knowledge as to the state of the bodies that have recently come in.
We haven't been told to conceal it, but you're the first to think to go this route.
Wonderful. Can I... If you could, if it's not a bother.
Yes. Please, come in. And step out of the way. Sorry, pardon my... and she's wearing an apron and the black top and gloves, and she's kind of got some blood and splatter, maybe even a piece of bone stuck to her apron. We were just in the middle of anyway. She kind of puts her head down and leads you down the hallway to a large well lit room. You can see the rain coming through. It's kind of dark and they have lanterns floating and lit and a fireplace in the corner. And on the table is a gentleman that they're working on. There's another Azamar just kind of working at the clamps to pull back the skin of the chest as they perform an autopsy. This actually is someone from 2 days ago. Believe it or not.
What seemed... Oh, sorry. Please.
Believe it or not, we think that he simply died of fear.
Died of fear? It's curious.
Something so strong, it just stopped his heart. There's a strain, but not long withstanding.
Has this been the case for the rest of them?
Oh no, they're all very different. And they kind of point over to a wall of metal drawers.
All right. May I?
Sure.
Okay. Then Godfrey will take some time and go through the bodies as much as he can of previous victims and try to figure out what's happened to them to get an idea of what we might be going into.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Okay. That is 23.
Wow. All right. There are lots of different types of injuries that you find on these folks. Everything from poison to literal insect bites so strong they chewed into the organs in the heart. A blast that crushed the rib cage and the spine. One of them has their armor just completely melted, adhered to their skin still. And I think Godfrey would know and be able to put 2 and 2 together from a 23. All of these folks died from powerful druid magic.
Interesting.
With that, we'll go to the court party.
Psst, hey, come here. No, I'm not here to tell you anything new about dice. You know, they're weirdly collectible, they're totally necessary, they're crucial aspects of gameplay that you just never seem to have enough of. But I do want to tell you about our new partnership that all of you could benefit from. Look, Ogopogo Gaming is a 100% women owner, queer owner, dice and gaming company out of Philly, and they've offered to give all Utopia viewers 10% off online orders. Just visit ogopogogaming.com. That's OGOPOGO gaming.com and use promo code UTOPIA, that's UTOPIA, at checkout. You'll get 10% off your dice and you'll be supporting us. It's so cool. It's awesome. Now go get some dice and roll them.
It takes you a while as you head back through the tall reeds away from the trees from the homestead, head towards town. And as you cross back through the guard barracks, you notice that there's been an update to the missing posters that you saw the night previously for Zibba. The missing has been painted over and it says spotted.
They work fast.
And there's
I
been
will give them that.
a reward added.
Yeah, God damn it. They don't have the money for that.
$300 gold.
Ah, fuck. Well, I guess I'm worth something now. Do we want to go collect 300 gold?
No.
I mean, listen, from the work you've taken lately, you could pay that yourself.
Yeah, the campaign. That's the whole point. I don't understand why they put a flippin' reward up. Oh, goodness.
You ready to talk about it, kid?
No, but I don't want them being scammed out of their money. Because Livy's taught me a thing or two about that.
They're willing to put up money they don't have. You must be missed.
I never doubted I was missed. But I also don't doubt the damage I've done. This is part of being a hero, right? gotta take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about your questionability on that, Sille.
It's part of being a hero, but it's, just part of growing up.
Growing up seems miserable. Okay, I'll stick with just the hero gig.
That has its perks.
Let's find a guard. You guys don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
We're
No.
collecting it, and Scylla steps in.
Okay,
I
I
want
said
to
you
come
didn't
with
have
you.
to go. I thought you would, but
Yeah. All right, smartass.
Well, hang on a minute. No.
It's
Okay,
pretty easy
well-
to track down a guard if that's what you want to do.
yeah.
We
Last
found
time
her.
we
We're collecting on a
smart for
reward.
while in this future conversation, so let's leave on that note and find
Clearly.
a guard.
You find one pretty easily, and they're pink.
You
setup,
first.
especially in the guard district. One of them's like leaving their home, set off
I
for
just
work in uniform.
Hold up one
So,
of the signs and go, I'm
what
here to
kind-
collect
is this
300
like a-
gold.
Is this like a rose pink?
Every
Like a-
time he looks
like a
around,
neon pink?
Scylla
What kind of
jerks
pink
her
is
head
rose
to like
wood?
keep fucking moving, dude.
Like a dusty rose. It's like a pastel.
Okay. Just as
Hides the
ridiculous
blood.
as I was thinking. Beautiful. I love it.
Isn't that you?
Can I not collect the reward if it's me?
I'm not really sure. You stole a child? Okay, everyone
whoa,
come in with
whoa,
me.
whoa,
Come in
it-
with me. Let's
The
all right.
sign never said kidnapped. It never said kidnapped.
All right. All right. I'm not qualified for this. Just all right. Let's go. He just points like catty corner to where you are to the city building. All right. All right. He just starts walking and looks behind him, kind of like
This is a weird amount of tension for
Livy-
doing the right thing.
Livy, like, yeah. Is he okay?
does.
Like, is he okay?
You walk into the city building. Livy, you're very familiar with this, with your PO box being here. And
Yup.
they take you into one of the rooms. There's like, it's like a setup like a foyer. There's like nice comfy chairs and a table and a bookcase with some books, nice rug and some views of the rain and the ocean from where you are. Just have a seat and get comfortable, and I'll be right back, I guess.
I check my P.O. box again just because I shouldn't let it stay like that.
It's empty.
Okay.
What did you do with all those letters?
I mean, they're back at the boat. Most of them are from, like, teachers, stuff like that. A lot of weirdly flirty teachers. I think, like, 95% of them were just
no.
trying to get, like, their kid a better grade, but the other 5% were really
That's not
weird
necessary.
and uncomfortable.
What did they say?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Zora looks down for a second. Okay, I'm older.
I still
Great.
don't get to know. A human man comes in. He looks to be about 63, 64, a little bit older, dressed in like a pink dress top and nice slacks. He shuts the door. I am here for any questions, conversations. Zibba, just need to ask you a few questions. And you two, I'm sorry, I did not catch your names. If I could have those, that would be great.
You're not my mom. I don't have to tell you anything.
Okay. Well, I can start then. My name is Simon. I I'm part of our child services department and just trying to make sure that Zibba here has been safe for the last few weeks.
Well, I'm not a child, so we don't need your services.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take that. Can I get that?
A little bit difficult. I'm not here to get anyone in any sort of trouble. I just want to make sure,
Sille
Zibba, that you
folds her arms and stands like close to Zibba and kind of like is where she can get a good view of like the room, I guess.
I heard me more than I heard them.
All right. This is going very well. And you can see he like nervously starts rubbing his hands.
Making this so difficult for this man.
As I've said, the guards have gone for your parents and your siblings. They should be here within the hour. We can get you two no-named individuals your reward, and we can connect Zibba with her family.
Why can't I collect my own reward?
That these people brought you here, right? I don't have it. I'm sorry. The parents have it. They're on their way.
This is why I wanted to collect my own reward.
Mm-hmm. It's like comfortable but modest, right? Like Utopia isn't a government that overspends on dumb shit like couches and chairs, but they still want people to feel safe and like allow them to get comfortable in these types of situations.
They're so concerned about me eating and they didn't even offer us snacks.
Oh, I can get you a snack. Do you want a snack?
Do you have
some
apples?
fresh blueberries? Might have some.
Well, I'll get
apples
the
left.
blueberries.
Okay.
And do you want
blueberries.
Zibba? You also want blueberries?
No, you can have your blueberries. I don't
Oh, okay.
eat that many fruits and veggies.
I'll have blueberries. Shall I have apples?
All right.
So the jumps.
They have to be the good apples, and if they're not in season, I don't want them.
Well, it's spring, so they're certainly not in season.
Well, then I don't want them.
Is there something else you'd like?
I like apples, but they're not in season.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
I will be back with some blueberries. And they leave the room and close the door very quietly behind them.
I'm so sorry to this man.
Livy will like scooch. Are you okay? Do you want to leave?
Clearly on it. I'm fine.
Okay. Livy will like grab like a pen and paper. Do you want to draw?
I want to draw.
Okay, here's my pen. Here's my like pencils and here's some paper.
Livy, is this really the time for this?
The snake you put in your hair earlier, Zibba, falls to the ground. Finally.
Well, you wait. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
I pick up my snake. Oh, dang it. I hope I didn't bust it. Did any of the scales fall off? Can we glue them back on?
With that,
This to stay.
we'll head to Morgus. Morgus, you part ways from Godfrey. Where are you going?
Well, I remember what happened to me the last time it was at the Bookish Brow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think to start, I'm going to go to a library.
Okay.
Just to...
There is a public library you can head to.
We're going to go there first.
You head over to the dock district, just on the edge of it, to the public library. It's small, it's modest. Morgus would know that, but it's free to enter. It's free to have a library card, and you whip yours out and enter.
Sure. I am going to I'm not going to spend too long in here before I go to the Bookish Brow. I'll probably wind up at the Bookish Brow if I don't find anything here. But I think Morgus wants to see if there's a catalog of different magic schools in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You are able to find one. It's part of the like encyclopedia, like a section that isn't very quickly or not quickly, but like very well populated. Yeah. And the book has a little bit of dust on it as you pull it out. There are 4 main magic colleges. There are 4 chapters in the book. All of those are covered in those. And you would know that they are always very close to, like, sometimes the same building, if not the same couple of blocks of the area next to a bard college, a college of arts. And are you just looking for anything specific about them?
Well, I want to see if anything is listed about school colors or uniforms or I think Morgus is just thinking back to his I think it was the night before the little exchange with Godfrey, where Godfrey had pointed out, why don't you look for these things? So I think I'm going to start off with uniforms, colors of the school, that kind of thing. Or if there's any kind of references to garbs for different types of magic study, something like that.
Yeah. You don't find anything that, ironically, what I'm trying to say is that none of the colleges have school colors that are blue, white, and gold. The colleges are in Ebkenor, Kiro, the fallen capital of Mentinos, and Ventinos' capital as well.
The fallen capital of Mentinos or Ventinos?
Mentinos.
Okay.
It's common knowledge that Mentinos got obliterated during the war, and that the peoples that live there now are still rebuilding, and they haven't rebuilt in one location as in a large city. They've rebuilt as nomadic tribes.
Okay. Yeah, I think Morgus is just gonna just kind of sort of snap the book shut with a little flurry of dust and a little bit. I'm just gonna walk out of the library and just go to the Bookish Brow at this point.
Mm-hmm. You enter.
Oh, it's me. I'm back. Again.
Are you going to the information desk?
Yeah.
Hello.
I was wondering, I was wondering, I'm curious about a couple of topics. I went to the public library and I didn't really find what I was looking for. Could I perhaps find some books referencing different institutions that either study magic or teach it? Perhaps even through the ages?
We don't have a catalog of the books that are behind the doors.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe you find that here.
What about information on... Oh, goodness. Different...
I only know the information that I specifically have looked for myself in the library, which is mostly about geckos. Do you like geckos?
Oh, I think they're mighty cute.
They're really cool.
I would love a recommendation for a good reading about geckos sometime. Could I go into the library myself? No?
Yep. Pick a handle, any handle, and wish for the book you seek.
Excellent, thank you. I sort of shuffle off. I think Morgus is gonna do this by like gut feeling for like which door I should choose, and then once I find it, I think he's gonna be thinking about that hall that I was taking the test in. And I'm gonna focus on that place. Information about that.
That's it again. Thank you, as always, so much for listening. Find us on our socials, find us on our Patreon, find us on Twitch and YouTube. Find us wherever you want to go for our content. We're probably there in some way, shape, or form. And if not, put us there. Do it. Tell your friends. Make custom flyers. Put them in your game shops. Do what you will. Help us spread the word. One of us. One of us. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Everything else by myself and the cast. Have a great day.